Good morning. This is Lydia Knox coming to you live today on the 23rd of November with astrology, magic, and witchcraft. So, and art. So I'm here to you today. I feel a little scattered. Bear with me. I'm pretty sure it's because of the opposition between the Sun in Sagittarius and the North Node in Gemini. So they're both at 1 degree. The Sun is an orb. It gives us a sense of confidence, a sense of courage. It allows us to be more outgoing because it's in a fire sign, so it's in a very happy place. And it opposes the North Node in Gemini, which is our life path, or where do we want to go. And in Gemini, it's like, do I do A? Do I do B? Do I do C? I'm not sure which way we're going. And the Sun in Sagittarius says, make up your frickin' mind. So we might be feeling a little discombobulated, especially if you have any planets at 1 degree. So I personally have Capricorn at 1 degree, so this is kind of affecting my emotional sensibility. It's an inconjunct on both sides, so it's kind of that uncomfortable feeling where I feel like I need to create some order and clarity. So if you ever get an astrology chart done by me, I look at your chart and I compare it to the planets that are going on now, and I can help you kind of regulate the astrology weather that's out there. So if you're interested in that, please message me. Check my Linktree account. I offer my services on Facebook as Lydia Knox Astrologer. All right, so moving on with the astrology. Just looking at my notes here. So Chiron in Aries is kind of causing a little bit of a stir for us. It's basically squaring against Venus in Capricorn, and it's also squaring against the moon in Cancer. So there's this uncomfortable feeling that we need to kind of fix ourselves. So this works along with that opposition I was talking about, but it's a different feeling altogether because the moon governs your emotions, your heart center, your feelings, and in Cancer, we can be really sensitive around this time and very vulnerable and open to and really sensitive about criticism. And because it opposes Venus in Capricorn, there's a need to control, there's a need to put our foot down, there's a need to find kind of some sensibility to our feelings where there might not be one, right? Because our feelings are emotional, and Capricorn in Venus is very earthy, wants to find a practical solution, wants to fix things when sometimes they cannot be fixed. And Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, gets in on the action. And these are all cardinal signs, so they all feel that something must be done right now. So there's a need. Chiron in Aries is a lot to do with therapy, physical therapy, mental therapy, working hard, feeling the pain, and then finding some kind of solution through going through that. So whether it's shadow work on a mental or magical level, or it's actual physical therapy on a physical level, the going is getting tough, and emotionally we're just, some of us are like done. We just don't want to do it anymore, right? Like for example, I have problems with my knees, so I have to do physiotherapy every other day. Otherwise, my knees get worse. I have no choice. This is the way my life is now. This is my choice. Either do the work, get better, stay better to manage your health, or give up and suffer the pain, right? So, which is not fun, right? But But it's also a reminder not to get stuck in this self-pity mode where we don't do anything but feel sorry for ourselves. And that could be very dangerous too, because nothing will be done. We'll just be stuck in this position. There's nothing wrong with mourning or feeling sadness or processing your feelings of frustration, but it's very important that we don't get stuck there. And if you do get stuck there, seek professional help through a therapist, right? Or a physiotherapist. The good thing that Chiron in Aries does, though, it really works well with Saturn in Aquarius. So Saturn in Aquarius has to do with society, has to do with independence, has to do with social issues. So try to give more to society in order to help yourself. So whether that's volunteering at a service that you really believe in, or being there for other people, or even just if you're feeling isolated, to actually force yourself to get out and connect with other people. All those things will help you get stronger, because Saturn brings us strength as well. So we got that going for us. And there's a square that's been going on for a long time, which is Pluto in Capricorn versus Aries, the goddess of chaos and mischief and war. So those two, that explains all this need for control in our society and all those people that are rebelling against the control. Like, this has caused a big rift in our society, as far as I'm concerned. And the moon, which travels very fast, is clashing with that in Cancer. So this is tomorrow morning. So don't be surprised if you're feeling really crappy in the morning, especially as the moon goes void of course. You may have to deal with a bully. You may have to deal with someone difficult. So be prepared to kind of do it very carefully. Pick your battles carefully as well. The good news of that, there is still a light at the end of the tunnel, is that the moon in Cancer connects with Mercury, the god of communication, the messenger into the underworld, in Scorpio. So there are the secrets that we're holding, and it's time to kind of slowly start to talk about them and bring them into light, especially since Mercury is moving on to Sagittarius and will join the sun soon. So pull out your journals, right? Your secret journals, because that's a very scorpionic thing to do, and write about those things that are bothering you that you'd like to change, and really consider them, and maybe even just give up those things you have no power to change, up to the invisibles to help you out. So with that, I was going to talk about protection, because today is ruled by Mars, which and Mars still happens to be in Scorpio right now. So and the theme seems to be us facing our bullies and facing difficult people. So one of the things that my friend Shay suggested is that you get your hands on some Fimo or instant clay that hardens really quickly, and you make yourself a little rune to protect you against difficult people. This is especially true if you find yourself forced to deal with them, like you work in retail. I know I did that, and you have to be nice to miserable people, right? Or you work with the public, or you even in your workplace, there are some difficult individuals that you have to face up to. So I was going to suggest the Yggdrasil rune, which is the elk, which is a great protective rune. I like to ride around in my chair, you can see that. All right, and I'm just going to draw it out here. It looks like this. It looks like a branch of a tree. And you should look it up on rune sites. There's one called Rune Secrets that I really love on the internet, and yeah, get yourself some a little instant dry clay and draw out this rune and keep it in your pocket. And whenever you're dealing with those difficult people, just put your hand in the pocket and concentrate on creating protection from those people who are difficult, and hopefully they won't bother you as much. The more faith you have in that, the more you'll be able to distance yourself from their trauma and their drama, and kind of be in your own space where you can just process what's going on without getting triggered or involved. And with that, I'm going to say stay creative, stay magical, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.